Welcome. Today we present I See the Moon. In the second part, you can use our self-check system to verify your comprehension and speaking skills. Part 1. Read and listen. Marco lived in a world made of grey asphalt, cold neon lights, and endless work deadlines. Every single day was exactly the same, a repetitive cycle that felt like a heavy iron chain. He walked the same grey sidewalk every morning, from his silent office to the crowded bus stop. His head was always down, focusing only on his tired feet and his many daily problems. He felt like a ghost, an invisible man, moving through a city that never stopped to breathe. The buildings were tall and dark, hiding the horizon and making him feel small and trapped. One Tuesday afternoon, the sky was heavy, with thick clouds, and the air was humid and cold. While he was waiting for the bus, something unusual and bright caught his eye on the ground. It was a colorful piece of paper, trapped between old cigarette butts and dry, brown leaves. While he was waiting for the bus, he found a flyer with an image of the moon. He picked it up, surprised by the high quality of the printing on such a simple piece of paper. The flyer showed a fragment of the moon, so sharp and white, against a deep, mysterious black background. Why is there such a beautiful picture of the moon on a street flyer? He wondered to himself. It was an invitation for a free stargazing event organized by the local community authority. It was happening that same night on a large terrace located in the historic city center. For the first time in many years, Marco decided to break his rigid and boring routine. Instead of going straight home to sit alone in front of the TV, he walked toward the center. The terrace was quiet and high, located on top of an old stone building with a great view. When he arrived, he found a small group of people, whispering in the dark, looking at the sky. In the middle of the terrace, there was a professional telescope on a tall, black tripod. It was connected to a laptop computer that showed a glowing, circular image on the screen. An expert was explaining that the universe is not empty but full of secret and ancient details. The stars are always there, the expert said. We just forget to look at them because of the city lights. One by one, the people in the group leaned forward to look through the small glass lens. When it was finally Marco's turn, he felt a strange, nervous energy moving in his chest. He looked through the telescope and saw the craters of the moon for the first time. He was shocked. The moon wasn't just a light in the sky, it was a real, rocky, and complex world. He could see the deep shadows inside the mountains and the vast, dusty plains of the lunar surface. It was a silent and magnificent desert, hanging in the middle of the infinite darkness. Then, the expert pressed a key on the computer and captured a high-resolution digital file. Does anyone want this photo on their smartphone? The expert asked the group with a smile. He took a photo of the moon directly from the telescope to his phone. Marco saved the file and felt a strange sense of joy, like he owned a small piece of the sky. In the following days, his boring office job didn't seem so heavy or depressing anymore. Every time he felt stressed, he opened his phone to look at his own photo of the silent moon. he started reading books about space and found an astrophotography club in his own city. The following Saturday, he found the courage to attend his very first club meeting. The room was filled with professional cameras, strange lenses, and maps of the distant constellations. As he walked in, he saw a woman laughing while she cleaned a large, expensive glass lens. Her face was very familiar. It was Elena, a girl from his high school many years ago. They spent the entire evening talking about the stars, photography, and their forgotten dreams. Elena was an expert now, and she offered to help him choose his first personal telescope. Now, Marco spends his nights exploring the rings of Saturn and the red, dusty deserts of Mars. His terrace has become a window to the universe, a place where the city noise disappears. 1 year later, he stood at the same bus stop, but he wasn't looking at the dirty ground anymore. He had his camera in his bag and a new light of hope and curiosity in his eyes. His life had changed because he had finally learned to look upward. The world was still the same, but Marco was finally a free man in a garden of stars. Part 2. Time for your self-check. Listen to these summary sentences and repeat after me before reading the text. Marco lived in a world made of grey asphalt. Cold neon lights and endless work deadlines. While he was waiting for the bus, he found a flyer with an image of the moon. It was an invitation for a free stargazing event. Organized by the local community authority. In the middle of the terrace, there was a professional telescope. On a tall, black tripod. He looked through the telescope and saw the craters of the moon for the first time. He took a photo of the moon directly from the telescope to his phone. Every time he felt stressed, he opened his phone to look at his own photo of the silent moon. The room was filled with professional cameras, strange lenses, and maps of the distant constellations. Now, Marco spends his nights exploring the rings of Saturn and the red, dusty deserts of Mars. This story ends here. We recommend watching this video for several days until all phrases and words are fully assimilated. Check our playlists to find your level. And follow our progressive stories. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click like.